verse 61. Just as in dependence upon a mirror, a full of image of one face appears. The face did not move into the mirror, yet without it there is no image of the face. 62. Likewise, aggregates recompose a new existence, yet the wise always understand that no one is born in another existence, nor does someone transfer to such existence. 63. In brief, from empty phenomena arise. Agent, karma, fruits, and their enjoyer, the conqueror, thought to be only conventional. 64. Just as the sound of drum as well as a shoot are produced from a collection of factors, we accept the external world of dependent origination to be like a dream and an illusion, M illusion. 65, right? That phenomena are born from causes can never be inconsistent with fact. Since the cause is empty of cause, we understand it to be empty of origination. 66. The non-origination of all phenomena is clearly taught to be emptiness. In brief, the five aggregates are denoted by the expression all phenomena. 67. When the ultimate truth is explained as it is, the conventional is not obstructed. Independent of the conventional, no ultimate truth can be found. 68. The conventional is taught to be emptiness. The emptiness itself is the conventional. One does not occur without the other, just as being produced and impermanent. Okay, so now I will explain number one is just as in a dependence upon a mirror, a field full of image of one face appears. The face did not move into the mirror, yet without it there is no image of the face. So, mirror, like, so it means when we talk about mirror, we have two things: being like a mirror or looking inside the mirror. Two things, right? Being like a mirror or looking inside the mirror. So when you say, when you discover that you are a mirror, then there's no reflection, dualistic vision. When you notice you are a mirror, that means no reflection. So you realize your nature. Your nature is emptiness. So being like a mirror, right? If you are being like a mirror, then means you realize your nature. Because mirror, being like a mirror, there is no dualistic appearance. The problem is when we're looking inside the mirror, being like a mirror, looking inside the mirror is two different things, right? So first, we have to understand mirror have infinite potential to reflect, right? And then object appears inside the mirror, right? Reflection inside the mirror. So when you realize you are a mirror, reflections are quality of mirror, right? Mirror is like your nature, your emptiness. So because of we are not similarly, that's the example. Similarly, we do not recognize our nature because of our ignorance, right? Ignorance, and we, because of ignorance, not recognizing the nature, and we have many dualistic experience. This, that, good, bad, right, wrong. Because reflection is we are not recognizing our own nature. So being like a mirror and looking inside the mirror is two different things. You should be like being like a mirror. When you're being like a mirror, that means you realize your nature. Then, doesn't matter reflection, size, good, bad, right, wrong, all are the quality of the mirror because you are a mirror. You know what I mean? All this, when you're like being like a mirror, right, that means all this reflection, problem, they are the quality of the mirror. Like quality of the mirror. Without mirror, no reflection, no, you know what I mean? You see so there's no, it's called the transformation because self-liberation. You know what I mean? All this problem or good, bad, they are the quality of your nature. They are coming from your own nature. Your own nature is emptiness, right? Everything coming from emptiness. Emptiness is the base of everything. So when you realize being like a mirror, you realize your own nature. Your own nature is emptiness. Then everything, there's no transformation. You don't have to transform. Nature is pure from the beginning to the end. When transformation is coming, because looking inside the mirror, we have many things appears. Good, bad, right, wrong, Then we believe there's a dualistic experience. So that means being like a mirror and reflection inside the mirror is two different things. So we should be being like a mirror, recognizing our nature. When we realize our own nature, there's no transformation because your nature is pure from beginning to the end. You know what I mean? So that's the one point talking. Now here, one dependent origination. It's very important to understand what is real dependent origination means, right? Dependent origination. So dependent origination, we have dependent origination of cause, effect, dependent origination of the whole and parts. Most important is dependent origination of merely labeled by the mind, designated by the mind and named. This is the most subtle dependent origination. To understand emptiness, we need to understand subtle dependent origination. So dependent origination means depend each other, right? Each other. Imagine if I have like 3 sticks here, right? 3 sticks, right? Like this. The 3 sticks put here, right? Depend each other. If I take 1 stick, other 2 fall down. Because these 2 depend on this stick, right? If I take that one, other 2 fall down. Because these 3 sticks depend each other. one depends each other, right? So there is no independent, inherent stick. So that inherent stick. So it depends other factor, right? For example, if you're going in the town, right, you see tall man, and then you say, oh, this is tall man. And then after a couple of minutes, you see another taller than this man. Oh, now this tall man becomes small man. It's not tall all the time. Tall depend on the small. Small depend on the tall, right? So you see this person, right? And then you say, oh, this is a tall person. Couple of minutes, you see taller than this person. Oh, now small person. If this is independent existence, he will be tall all the time. No, it depends on each other. Size, tall, depends on the small, So that's the, for like, if you are sitting this side of river and that side of river, right? You sitting this side of river. So then you're looking for the other, say, this is other side of river. So this side of you are sitting this side of river, right? And all this house, everything, we say this side house, that side house. And then you cross to other side, this became that. When you, before you say you live in this side, right? This side of river, so everything this side, and you say this is that side. Now you cross that side, looking from that side, not this side. It's not this side, right? Now you say, oh, you looking, this side become, when you cross the river, what happened? Not that side. Now this side, and this side become that side. These all are what we call interdependent origination. So dependent origination means it is all merely revealed by the mind, designated by the mind. So similarly, you are designated on your place of designation is your body and mind. Because you have body and mind, then somebody designated you is he or she. Like you are Jai, because of your body, your mind, then designated this is Jai. So your base of designation is 5 aggregates, and somebody designated you. Right? So all phenomena are merely labeled or designated by the mind. So that's why to realize emptiness, very important to understand the two truths, conventional, remember this is here, 67, when the ultimate truth is explained, right, as it is, conventional truth is not obstructed. It's very important. So that means, independent of the conventional, no ultimate truth can be found. So, conventional truth and ultimate truth, two base nature. On the basis of this true truth, we use the path, wisdom and method. Wisdom and method, through hearing, through thinking and meditation, then we will achieve true fruit, Rupakaya and Dharmakaya, based true truth. Method, wisdom and method, wisdom and bodhicitta mind, and wisdom realizing emptiness. And Rupakaya and Dharmakaya is fruit, result. So now when we talk about two truths, right? We have to understand what is really meant by two truths. Conventional truth and ultimate truth, right? Conventional truth is the base of ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is characteristic of conventional truth. You understand what I'm saying? For example, like if I say like this, we have to understand what is really meant by two truths. Okay, conventional truth is truth for obscuring mind or ignorance. Ultimate truth is truth for wisdom realizing emptiness. So this is the definition of the conventional truth and ultimate truth. But these two truths, conventional truth is the base, ultimate truth is characteristic. So the base and characteristic cannot separate. The base and characteristic are inseparable. You know, base of cup and characteristic inseparable. You know what I mean? For example, like if I say like a bell, like bell. Everybody know bell for ringing. You know, so the bell is conventional truth. Now, on the basis of this conventional truth, we will talk about ultimate truth, which is the nature of the bell. Bell, empty of inherent existence, is ultimate truth, right? So base, bell, which is conventional truth, and it is empty of inherent existence, is ultimate truth, right? These two. Now it is very important. Base, bell is product. It is changeable. Product means functioning phenomena. Functioning phenomena means it depends on the cause, and it should be decrease or disintegrate. That's the nature of the product, functioning. So the base, bell is functioning phenomena, but characteristic emptiness is unchanging phenomena. It is permanent phenomena, right? Emptiness is the permanent phenomena. We should understand, don't be confused about this. Base, bell, conventional truth. Characteristic, nature, empty of inner existence of the bell. So, ultimate truth is characteristic of bell. So these two are same nature, cannot separate. You know what I mean? You understand? So, but bell is product, its nature, emptiness is non-product, unchangeable. But when bell stop or bell disappear, then nature gone, right? Characteristic also gone, because base and characteristic same nature. It's nothing to do with the disintegrating and disappearing is totally different. Nothing to do, right? Emptiness is not disintegrating. Disappear because no base, it is gone. Disintegrating and disappear is totally different. So when bell is gone, there is no emptiness of the bell. That does not mean bell is disintegrating. It disappears because its base is stopped. It's nature. It is base and characteristic, same nature. You understand what I'm saying? So, conventional truth. When we say conventional truth, it is truth for the ignorance mind. When we say ultimate truth, it is truth for wisdom realizing emptiness. So this is very important definition of true truth. Okay, this is like conventional truth hold bell, or maybe like I. Remember last time we have form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Now this is related to you. I is empty, emptiness is I. You know, I is empty, emptiness is I. So when conventional truth designating I is empty, but it is existing from the side of the object, obscuring mind. When the ultimate truth, I is empty because it is empty of inner existence, because it is designated by the mind. You understand what I'm saying? So conventional truth, so this is like two person looking to the third person. One see good, one see bad. When you're two person, right, looking third person, one see good, one see bad. So this obscuring mind see I to exist inherently. Wisdom mind, I is empty of inherent existence. So totally different, right? One see good, one see bad. So when we say conventional truth, right, conventional truth is base. It is base of everything, you know. So when we talk about, for example, like bell, right? Bell is the base, and emptiness of bell is characteristic. How many characteristics of bell? Lot. First, we can think roughly about what is the characteristic of bell or nature or shape, color, you know, this roughly we can say. If you want to go deeper, what is another characteristic of the bell, you know? Impermanence, momentarily changing, momentarily, you know, disintegrating. That's the characteristic of the bell, right? And then we want to go further, emptiness of the bell. The emptiness of the bell is even further in all these characteristics. So this is like, just like general and specific, same nature. If there is no general, no specific. You know what I mean? For example, general and specific, same nature. If there is no general, there is no specific. If tree is general, mango tree or, you know, sandalwood tree is specific. If there is no general tree, how can there is mango tree and sandalwood tree? No. So general and specific, same nature. So that is true truth means base true truth. Conventional truth is truth for obscuring mind. Ultimate truth is truth for wisdom realizing emptiness. This is like two persons looking to the third person. One see good, one see bad. Obscuring mind, see I to be exist inherently. Wisdom realizing emptiness, see I to be essence of inherent existence. So you see different, right? So that's why to realize emptiness, we must recognize the object of negation very clearly. If you don't, then mix up. You know, very difficult to when you searching mere I on the basis of the aggregates, like on your aggregates the base. So you are search mere I, right? If you see something beyond the mere I, you know, beyond the mere I, that is inherent existent I. Doesn't exist. You know what I mean? If you really, when we say, if you understand the object of negation, right? When we say object of negation, then you will taste the emptiness. So that means object of negation, that is inherent inherent existent I, right? Inherent existent I. So that means so that true truth, right? True truth. Do you understand true truth, right? Base and characteristic, very important. And general and specific. So when we say I is empty, right? I is empty. So in your mind, I is empty of existing from the side of the object, right? You say I is empty, right? You experience or realize I is empty because existing from the side of the object will, if you have this kind of feeling, you will not cling the I existing objective I. You will not cling the inherent existence I. When you say I is empty, you realize I is empty because empty of existing from the side of the object. Then this will totally oppose clinging the inherent existence I. Because of this awareness, you realize I is emptiness of I, right? Subsequently, you realize I is empty. Subsequently, you realize conventional truth, emptiness is I. When you say I is empty, right? Then it means it is empty of existing from the side of the object, totally oppose the clinging inherent existence I. Then you feel emptiness of I, right? Emptiness of I is empty. Subsequently, you realize I is empty because it do exist. It do exist because it depends on the aggregates merely leveled by the mind, because it is dependent arising. So then, first you realize emptiness of I, then you subsequently realize I is emptiness, which is conventional reality, which is your function, right? You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Form is empty, emptiness is form similar. I is empty, true truth coming here, okay. I is empty, cut the absolutism. Emptiness is I is empty, cut the absolutism. Emptiness is I, cut the nihilism. So when you say when you realize I is empty because it is empty of inherent existence, it is empty of inherent existence, it do exist. Subsequently, you realize I is merely leveled by the mind. If it is not, it is empty of inherent existence, but it exists because it is merely leveled by the mind. So you subsequently cut the nihilism. You know, this object of negation talking about, very important, right? If you don't understand real meaning of object of negation, there's a story in Tibet, one Lama is Rinpoche. He was not that learned Lama, but he was a farmer in Tibet. He used to farm an animal, and then later he was renounced from the farmer. He saw animals are suffering. So he went see his teacher and renounced from his worldly and asked him to give teaching. He said, so he gave teaching about true practice. True practice is a very good, best way to recognize your object of negation. You know what I mean? So then he received, and then I went to the practicing the cemetery with the drums. Actually means try to recognize your object of negation itself. So he was doing the practice, right? But he he don't understand what is real meaning of object of negation, And he have lots of doing church practice, and then all the demons are coming, and he's saying, "I'll give my body to you," and all these demons are he scared for him, And he was very fearful and overwhelming, maybe. Or maybe he thought I need change my mind, all these coming, And he thought I may change my to some rock pool deities like Hayagawa. I may transform myself to Hayagawa. He thought he changed his mind, So he's meditating and change his attitude, even getting worse. Getting worse, more demons coming and telling, "Oh, we will eat, after 1 week we will eat you, We have only 1 week to live. We will eat you." And then he thought, "Oh, maybe I should change my mind, This when he transformed him to the Rodful deity, even getting worse. Or maybe I should go back to my, change my ordinary body and give to him, give to the demons with the practice." And then, only he said, "Anyway, 1 week I will go on. They will eat me, And the final 7 days, imagine feeling, all these demons come and lift up and fall down on the ground, Yeah, demon lift you. He has this kind of feeling or appearance, and they lift up and fall down on the ground. He thought, "I'm gone, I'm dead." But as soon as he thought, "I'm gone," well, he's still alive. And then at that moment, he realized emptiness, because his inherent existence are gone. I am gone. Because he has lots of fear, because he is not recognizing his object of negation. As soon as they lift up, fall down, he thought, "I'm gone now, I'm dead," but he's still alive. At that moment, inherent existence are gone. He realized very clear his conventional self. That's the object. The object of negation is something like that, right? So that's so anyway. So that's why when we talk about emptiness, we need to understand two truths. Because conventional truth is base of emptiness. You know what I mean? So we need to understand base and characteristic, same nature. When base destroyed, emptiness disappears, not disintegrating. Because base is disintegrating. Product. It will change. Emptiness is permanent. Right? So that means so this is the I want to talk about emptiness. Understanding object of negation is very important. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So form, like similar, form is empty, emptiness is form. I is empty, emptiness is I. I is empty. When you say I is empty, that means dependent. I do exist. I is empty, I do exist. Because depend on other factor. If you say I is empty, if you don't exist, then you will go to nihilism. Right? This is why object of negation, you have to be very careful. Too much negation, you will disappear. You know what I mean? So you have to come into the middle class, middle way of this one, middle way. When you come to the middle way, balance. You know what I mean? You will cut the two extreme, you remain there, right? So that I is empty means I is empty of inherent existence. When you realize I is empty of inherent existence, that means I do exist. You exist. If you are not empty of inherent existence, you are non-existent, right? I is empty, right? So you realize I existing from the side of the object is empty. You're not negating the I, conventional I. I is empty means I existing from the side of the object is empty. It does not exist. Emptiness is I, right? When you say emptiness is I. So emptiness, I is empty, it exists because it is designated by the mind, or the base merely leveled by the mind. Because of this, you function, you do everything. Walking, talking, you do everything because conventional I, right? But what happened is because of obscuring mind, we are not seeing that your self-nature is totally polluted by this inherent existent I. This inherent existence I is very, very deep. It's not always coming, It is natural for us, natural for grasping. Grasping is natural for every ordinary people, right? If you have wisdom realizing emptiness, will oppose the grasping, right? Wisdom realizing emptiness and grasping oppose each other and cannot go together, right? Like light opposes darkness, heat opposes cold. Heat and cold cannot go together, right? Light and dark cannot go together. Wisdom realizing emptiness and ignorance cannot go together. It's opposite, it's enemy, enemy. But we are very habituated for the ignorance mind. Ignorance is natural for us. Wisdom realizing emptiness is not natural. It will take time, right? Learning, thinking, and then you, so you when you're analyzing your mere I on the basis of aggregates, your mere I, right? On the basis of aggregates, you're analyzing emptiness, right? Mere I, analyzing on the basis of aggregates. So when you analyze mere I, what does that mean? It do exist, but what are you analyzing? Because we're not seeing that mere I clearly. Because of inherent existence, I polluted, totally covered our self-nature. We are unable, or confusion, confuse our, emotions, thought. So that's why base to truth, method, bodhicitta, and wisdom realizing emptiness. And then that result, rupakaya and dharmakaya. So these are like structure, like base, then method, and then, you have ordinary people with structure, and then you have something to do, and then you get things, right? Similarly, But the process of the developing spiritual also have structure. Structure is based on truth. Method, bodhicitta, and emptiness. And result, rupakaya and dharmakaya. So when you meditate on emptiness, the best is on Heart Sutra. This is the shortest Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. This is the 8, we have 25,000 Perfection of Wisdom Sutra, 8,000 Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. You know what I mean? And so Heart Sutra is essence of all this sutra. So when you are meditating on emptiness, you recite Heart Sutra, is very powerful, Heart Sutra, and you meditate on emptiness. Form is empty, emptiness is form. I is empty, feeling, recognition, karmic formation, all are same, empty, like this. So if you are reciting Heart Sutra and meditate on emptiness, it's that best. We say we need protection, Best protection is meditating on emptiness. Best protection is, reciting Heart Sutra and meditating on emptiness is the best protection for you. Nobody can harm you. No external harm. Because the external harm coming from internal, right? There's many stories in Tibet, some like people pilgrimage coming. On the way, they had to stay long journey, coming pilgrimage. They had to stay on the cave like that. There's one monk, coming pilgrimage, and he night time. Then he thought the empty cave there, so he thought I will sleep there tonight and then go pilgrimage tomorrow morning, And then in this cave, many spirits, they live in the cave, demons and spirits. And they saw him, they're talking to each other, we have very nice dinner tonight, this man, he's talking to other spirit, please come, big dinner tonight. The monks there and he's sleeping tonight. And he's calling all other spirits. But monk, he's living in the cave and recite the Heart Sutra, and form is empty, emptiness is form. As soon as he recites the Heart Sutra and form is empty, emptiness is form, they cannot see him, all disappear. And his spirits are nobody inside the cave. No, I saw there's one monk. As soon as he's reciting Heart Sutra and they can't see him, they disappear. When he stops reciting Heart Sutra, they see him. But when he is not reciting Heart Sutra, when he is reciting Heart Sutra and meditating on emptiness, he disappears. But they can't see. Spirit can't see, When they stop, they see. When they are reciting, they can't see him. So this kind of, we say the Tibetan Lama are saying, best protection is meditating on emptiness. This is the best protection. Recite Heart Sutra. Anyway, so that is a talk tonight. I hope you understand the two truths. Conventional truth. When we say true truth, we always think that conventional truth is base, ultimate truth is characteristic. This is Lama one you have to think. Conventional truth, what is the definition of conventional truth? Conventional truth is truthful, obscuring mind. Obscuring mind is ignorance. Ultimate truth is truthful, wisdom realizing emptiness. However, this base and characteristic, same nature. in nature, right? So when we say we must understand then the base, for example, like bell is functioning, but its characteristic is unchanging, It does not mean emptiness is disintegrating. It will disappear because no base. Disappear and disintegrating is different, huh? So we shouldn't say emptiness is disintegrating. It will disappear, then good. Because disappear, no base, and gone. Because base and characteristic, same nature. One destroy the base, the characteristic cannot stay there. You know what I mean? So that is two truths, and meditating on emptiness. So you must recognize this object of negation very clearly. Otherwise, you will fall into the extreme. Be careful, Go to the middle way. You understand what I'm saying? Did you realize emptiness? Somebody in the monastery, they asked, monks are debating, and one monk asked, do you realize emptiness? Other monk, yes, I realize emptiness is blue color, His nickname is blue color. Something like that. Anyway, okay, yeah.
Okay.